My name is Robert Christopher Wayne Weathers. I live at 3102 Center Hill Road, Acre, Mississippi, 38841. I am still under attack by Scientology. So let me explain Scientology. There are more than three dimensions. This is a fact. There are four layers of three sets of dimensions each. So that equals 12 dimensions. However, according to string theory, it says there are 11. So I'll call it 12 dimensions. The hive mind. I'm hearing voices and seeing things. They got me lit up like a light bulb. So there are 12 dimensions. These dimensions reside within the particle itself, so it lies within the matter we consist of. You can think of our third dimension as just a shell. We are just a shell for something else. There is something inside of us. The 12 dimensions go that way, inward. It looks like inward expansion. We have biology in these extra dimensions, these inner dimensions. Extra dimensional biology, 12 dimensions worth. The human genome produces a 12-dimensional humanoid with horns on our head. We are Anunnaki. We are designed to fly. We can fly through outer space. We have telekinesis. We can move particles around with our mind as our eyes glow and our skin glows. Supposedly we breathe fire. I have seen it. We do molecular light transfer. That is the human genome. That's what human beings produce. Scientology is the practice of utilizing these extra dimensions before we die. They remove it from themselves while they are still alive, in the same manner as you would as if you died, well, a lot less. They cut themselves in half or more. And they turn this extra dimensional biology into a vehicle, a biology in which they can drive around. Yes, sometimes they are Anunnaki, sometimes they are alien. Now, once you lose your horns during modification. They like to take their layers off. They like to remove the layers. And some people do drive Anunnakis. So there are people on Earth at this very moment, a whole population of people, driving aliens, driving their upper dimensions around. And a large portion of these people are criminal. There are several of them that are criminal towards me and my family. So they have technology in the extra dimensions also. They can come down here and put a sensor or an implant into your brain and make you see and hear them phone service. They have technology that interfaces with brain tissue. This gives them telepathy. It allows them to hear each other's inner voice, inner thoughts. Yes, I have driven an alien for a split second, just long enough to experience it a few times. They woke me up to kill me. Scientology did. They are hostile, extremely harmful people. Yes, they are doing this from a remote location on Earth. So they have removed a lot of my extra dimensional biology and damaged a lot of it too. I have holes in my head. My nose is badly damaged. In I had the whole top part of my brain removed and objects stuck inside. There's a pan in the top of my head because they removed tissue about to here. There's a hole in the side of my head. They got a cone going through my head. Some Dr. Kevorkian type shit. They had me full of parasites. So this technology that gives them the ability to drive their own biology also gives them the ability to drive other organisms. They can drive humans, animals, insects, even worms in any dimension. They can drive organisms around with this technology that they use. They have filled me full of parasites, extra dimensional parasites. So worms have an afterlife too. Parasites have an afterlife. They're using the extra dimensions of the worms to assault me. They have also given me third dimensional parasites. He says in which they can use. So they're premeditating my death. They're getting happy about this. Oh, they're fixing to kill somebody and steal my intellectual property. I got assimilated because I could write and participating in politics. I write literature for fun and I help other people write their own literature. I'm getting harassed. So they're using this phone service to harass me badly. They are premeditating my death. With a cigarette. So this is what I know. This is what my experience has been. Uh, Around 14 to 15 years ago on social media, when I started practicing Facebook or started using Facebook, people started communicating with me in a weird way. And you could tell that they could see into my environment. Well, this went on for a while. And then internet companies, they decided to communicate with me directly using their platforms, videos. And it was apparent that they could see into my environment. Well, they did this to me at work. And I worked for a private company making munitions and weapons for the military. I can't have people invade my privacy. It is illegal. I work on classified technology. So I got kind of irate and I was young, 24, 23, 24, 25. And I kind of snapped at him, told him to get away from me. Stop doing that. What are you doing? Freaked out on him a little bit. Then the government, they hold a hearing in my name to try to determine my mental status, determine if I'm mentally ill or not. I didn't attend this meeting. I need to get information on it. That's my next step. See, if the government determines that you are mentally ill, they can use illegal surveillance on you or use surveillance technologies on you, not illegal surveillance. And they used illegal surveillance on me. The technology is extremely illegal. It's extremely invasive. They have to cut body parts off and stick stuff inside of you. It alters your behavior drastically. Yes, and it comes with hearing voices. So the government made contact with me using hive mind technology. I guess they installed hive mind technology. They told me they found a device. Well, some of these people were hostile. Some of the people in the hive, they are extremely mean. They are evil people. And you can't live around them unless you're rich. You have to be rich. You have to be able to get away from them. If they come to your location on their aliens, well, I guess that's their home. They can go wherever they want to. Stalk people on their aliens. They drive their aliens onto people's location, onto their presence and mess with them. They install technology, remove body parts. They can make people extremely sick. This is the culmination of it. And then they got to witness me write literature. And they started stealing my ideas. And then it turned into a commodity, or I turned into a commodity. I felt extremely ill. I could feel things shoved inside of my ear, things designed to make me sick. I don't know what they were. My whole side of my face swelled up. And they harassed me right off the bat. It was conflict from the get go. Yes, they are here in this moment. They are biding their time. They are planning their next attack. I'm sick, weak. I'm dizzy. I have brain fog, and I go through bouts of pain. They cause me pain every once in a while, severe pain too. They have mutilated my teeth. They have drilled holes down through my teeth and come out the back of my jaw, and they drag tendrils. It's a worm body part. These worms grow thick hairs, very coarse hairs. Uh, they grow long hairs, and they cut a bunch of those off. And they drug them through my teeth. Yes, there are multiple companies involved. Yumas and Preservision. They are Scientology companies. I guess they only exist in the extra dimensions. It's an extra dimensional Scientology company. They can help you create your alien. I guess you got to know somebody to get in with them. They got to cut your body parts off. So next, I have to explain uh, a part of our reality that we don't know yet. There's an entanglement property between our third dimension and our extra dimensions. If you remove a part of your extra dimensional biology, The universe doesn't like that. It wants it to stay put. So it warps and conforms to ensure this doesn't happen. So as this body part is leaving you, the space time in between you and the removed body part shrinks to zero. It warps as the body part is leaving you. So there's an entanglement property. You still have to experience this biology no matter where it goes. And they use this entanglement property as part of their technologies. There are facilities on Earth that house their extra dimensional biology. They put them in boxes or storage systems, and they put it into a storage system. It is also a computer system, and they interface this. They like to do it to brain tissue, brain and central nervous system tissue, and they interface uh, this body part to a computer system. And you still have to experience everything it goes through. So it kind of uploads your brain into a computer system. It it's a hive mind, and it's also a command center, so they can drive their extra dimensional biologies. They like to do brain stems in their thalamus, in their eyes. They take the whole brain. I think they take the whole biology and put it in there, and they drive the dark side. A lot of my parasites have been removed. I was bad. It was extremely bad. These parasites don't have a mind of their own. They are dead. Surrogates. Complete surrogates. They're trying to come up with any kind of narrative in which somehow justifies their criminal behavior towards me. Whether it being I've done something wrong or they've got to, it's just the way it is. I know too much. Whistleblower. They have removed a lot of my brain tissue so they can put it into this storage system. Just my brain tissue alone. I am sick. They're premeditating my murder. They're using gadgets and gizmos and worms that have me full of foreign objects, parasites. Guess I'm on a hive mind. I can hear and see things. I hear voices. So stealing my intellectual property turned into biological theft. They started removing brain tissue and tried to utilize this tissue as their own. They literally tried to use my brain tissue as transplants. They took it out of my head and stuck it in their own head. And they tried to use it for themselves because they got to witness me create and write literature and experience the joy that it made me feel. They tried to do brain transplants. That's how it started out. After putting me in the hive, putting me in their facility. Yes, there's an entanglement property, and I have to deal with that. It says not if we lock it out of entropy, so they can do something like pushing it out of space time. But then I feel numb. It makes me feel numb all over.